Okay, guys, we are going over your Chapter 10 review. You all will be doing a Chapter 10 review, a short. Make sure that you pay attention to everything that he's pouring into you, because the questions that he's going to go over with you are actual information that will be on your test, okay? So make sure that you know hair is the appendage of skin in the form of a slender thread-like outgrowth of the skin and scalp, okay? Make sure you know that it's chiefly composed of a fibrous protein called keratin. Okay? Make sure you know what hair root is, which is the portion of the hair enclosed within the follicle beneath the skin surface. Remember that, okay? Now then, let's see here. Hair shaft is the portion of the hair that we see extending above the skin surface, okay? Hair follicle is a tube-like depression or pocket in the skin or scalp that contains the hair root, okay? So the follicle holds the root, okay? Hair bulb is a club-shaped structure that forms the lower part of the hair root, and it's the lowest part of the hair strand. What is the lowest part of the hair strand? The hair bulb. The lower part of the hair bulb is hollow, and it fits over and covers the dermal papilla. Okay? That is a small cone-shaped elevation at the base of the hair follicle that fits into the hair bulb. Okay? The dermal papilla contains the blood and nerve supply that provides the nutrients needed for hair growth. Okay? Make sure that you know that the sebaceous glands consist of small sac-like structures with ducts that are attached to each hair follicle. Okay? Now then, what are some factors that can affect the sebum production? Sebum is the oily substance also that will lubricate your skin, okay? So, diet, blood circulation, emotional disturbances, endocrine glands, and medication. All right? Erector pili is a minute involuntary muscle fiber in the skin attached to the base of the hair follicle. All right? This is what causes that goosebump feeling. When you feel it erect, when you feel it pop up, that's what it is, erector pili, okay? Structures of the hair shaft. Three main layers of the hair shaft are cuticle, cortex, and medulla, okay? The hair cuticle is the outermost layer of the hair. Now then, the cuticle is what looks like shingles on a roof, okay? It stacks. Okay? Make sure you know that. Let's see here. Cortex is the middle layer of the hair. So think about your core. It's the middle of your body. Okay? Medulla, think of like medulla oblongata. You know, the innermost layer of the hair is composed of round cells. Your brain, your medulla, round. Okay? Hair is composed of a protein that grows from cells that originate within the hair follicle. Okay? When these living cells form, they begin a journey upward through the follicle where they mature through a process called keratinization. Okay, keratinization. All right. Hair is approximately 90% protein. Okay, hair is how much protein? 90%. Okay, protein is made up of chemicals called amino acids. The essential elements in the human hair are carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, often referred to as the Kahn's elements. Okay? Proteins are made of long chains of amino acids. These amino acids are joined end to end in a definite order by chemical bonds known as peptide bonds or end bonds. So peptide bonds and end bonds are the same thing. Okay, a long chain of amino acids linked by peptide bonds is called a polypeptide chain. Proteins are long coiled complex polypeptides made up of amino acids. The spiral shape of a coiled protein is called a helix. So remember that it's a spiral shape. It's a helix. Referred to a helix haircut, it's a curly cut, right? It's curly. Okay? Now then, okay, so you're good on that. Make sure that you reference on page 251, table -10-2, bonds of the hair. Okay. State Board. Okay. Make sure that you understand what hydrogen bond is. It's a weak physical cross-link side bond that is easily broken by water or heat. Hydrogen bonds are broken by water or heat. Okay? Salt bonds. Salt bonds are weak physical side bonds which cross-link with polypeptide chains but react to changes in the pH. So if it's salt, it has to have a pH change, okay? Salt bonds depend on pH and are easily broken by strong acidic or alkaline solutions. Okay, next is disulfide bonds, also known as sulfur bonds. It's a strong covalent bond that is different from the physical side bond of hydrogen or salt bonds. Okay, unlike hydrogen and salt, disulfide are not broken by heat or water. They are broken by permanent waves and chemical relaxers. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys, my camera was about to go off there. Okay, so make sure that you know that they are broken by permanent waves and chemical bonds. Okay, thioglycate permanent waves break disulfide bonds, which are reformed with neutralizers. Hydroxide chemical relaxers also break disulfide bonds when they're converted to lanthanide bonds when the relaxer is rinsed from the hair. Okay. Next, hair pigment. We're on page 253. Melanin. Tiny grains of pigment in the cortex that give natural color to the hair. Two types of melanin. Eumelanin and pheomelanin. Okay. Wave pattern. Make sure you know what a wave pattern is. 255. Two types of hair are vellus hairs and terminal. Okay. Vellus and lanugo are the same. Make sure you know that, okay? Terminal hair is long hair that stays for forever. Vellus is the, like the peach fuzz on your eyelids, your skin, you know, places like that, okay? Forehead, bald scalps. Average growth of healthy hair on the scalp is about 1/2 inch per month. 3 phases of the hair growth cycle are ACT, okay? I use ACT as an abbreviation. Anagen, catagen, telogen, okay? Anagen, catagen, telogen, ACT. All right, anagen, it's called the growth phase. All right, it's where new hair is produced. This lasts from 3 to 5 years. Catagen is the transition period between the growth and the resting phase. This lasts 1 to 2 weeks. Telogen is the resting phase, and it's the final phase of the hair growth cycle, and this will last for 3 to 6 months or until the hair is shed. On an average, the entire growth process repeats itself once every 4 to 5 years. Okay? Now then, you need to know that minoxidil and finasteride are the only treatments that have been scientifically proven to increase hair growth and are approved for that purpose by the FDA. Okay, normal hair shedding. You should lose in between 75 and 100 hairs per day. Okay, growth patterns. Know what a hair stream is, a whorl, and a cowlick. Moving on. Okay. Let's see here. Alopecia. Abnormal hair loss is called alopecia. Make sure that you know that androgenic alopecia is results of genetics, age, and hormonal changes. Okay. Alopecia prematura, alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, alopecia universalis, alopecia senilis, and alopecia symphatica. Make sure you know those. Okay, guys? 258, 259. Okay, 260, minoxidil and finasteride. Bottom of 260, terminal, technical term for gray hair, canites. Let's see here. Hypertrichosis, also known as a condition of abnormal hair growth. Let me grab my charger before you all die on me here. So a perfect example of that is when someone compared them to today in class